These are the best nicknames in the history of Major League Baseball. I went and found about 50 of the greatest nicknames in Major League Baseball history. We have all-time, iconic, catchy, odd, no, okay? And you're gonna notice some of these, and this was prompted by basically seeing Nick Kurtz's 6-for-6 game the other day and them calling him Big Amish. I think Big Amish is one of the best nicknames I've ever heard, and I loved it. I was like, baseball is a big like nickname, and there's been some really good ones, especially in the early 1900s. There's been some really, really good ones. And so I thought about how I really want to do a tier list ranking all these things. So we're gonna go through them, and we have some current players, then we have the all-time legends, then we have the notables, and they're all here on the list. We have the nicknames here. Actually, what if I go and do demo? Demo, and then turn this on. What? Oh yeah, there we go. So let's go into demo mode, let's do this. All right, we're gonna start with Big Amish. This is Nick Kurtz. We got Big Amish from the they're not Oakland, Sacramento A's. Big Amish, that's gonna be, I'm gonna give that iconic. Now, I love it. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with Big Amish, Nick Kurtz, he is from like central Pennsylvania, where there's a very big Amish community, and I guess he gave a speech in front of the team early in spring and told a story about the Amish, and now he's Big Amish. And honestly, if you look at him, you're like, yeah, he's big. Then we have Big Dumper. That is Cal Raleigh, for anyone who is wondering. And I think Big Dumper is also an all-time great, or at least iconic, right? And he has recently entered into a partnership with Porter Potty distributor Honey Bucket. Now, what that means, I have no idea, but that is what I call branding. Additionally, we have Aaron Judge with All Rise. Gonna throw that in catchy. I like it, it's great. I don't think it's like a nickname in the same way. Like, they're not calling him Aaron All Rise Judge. They just kind of say All Rise when he comes in. It's more of a catchphrase than a nickname, and that's why I'm gonna throw it in catchy, okay? Because of semantics. Then we have the Millville Meteor, which is, you guessed it, that is Mike Trout. Now, he's from Millville, New Jersey, and many people don't even know that. We just call him Mike Trout. He's just Mike Trout. He's one of those guys whose name carries much more weight than his nickname, and for that I'll just say odd or fine. I feel like odd is just fine, so actually we're gonna go catchy. We're gonna give him some love. Another great guy, Showtime, Shohei Ohtani. I like Showtime. It gives me the feeling of a professional wrestler. Then we got El Nino. That is who? Fernando Tatis Jr. In the words of Chris Farley, El Nino is Spanish for the Nino. I don't know if you knew that. I love El Nino, the storm, that's pretty great. Then we have Childish Bambino, which is Soto, evidently. Don't know really where that comes from. I understand that Childish Gambino is, a rapper name is pretty cool, and they're like, it's like something to do with Babe Ruth, but everyone just called him Juan Soto. We got Boomstick, though this guy isn't currently playing. Nelly Cruz was the Boomstick. I like Boomstick because he had lots of home runs. And he was a teammate of mine, and Nelly Boomstick, everyone called him Boomstick. It worked. It was on his gloves and stuff. It was great. Then we have Carita. Now, you guys may have never heard this one, but this is Rafael Devers' nickname, and it literally means tiny face. So anytime you're making fun of somebody, that's my stuff. That's my stuff. I love it. Caritas, tiny face. La Pantera. This is Louis Robert the Jr., and I will say odd because I don't think he should have a nickname yet. I want more. I want more play. I don't think everyone should just have nicknames. I think that the studs should have nicknames. I should have people who are cultural relevant and do relevant things should also have nicknames, but not everybody, not everyone. And then we have El Mago, which is the Magic Man, which is Javier Baez. I'd say that's in the catchy. There's gonna be a lot of catchies. It's gonna be a lot of catchies. And this is just like some of the ones that are out there. There's some other ones that are currently out there. There's a minor league guy called The Password because his name is like impossible to spell. I think that is great. There's some other interesting ones in here which we're gonna get into in a moment. Then we have Babe Ruth. We got the Babe, the Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash, the Colossus of Clout.
The Colossus of Clout.
Yes, I am quoting Sandlot. I'd say that's all-timer. I think that maybe it might be the most iconic nickname set of all time. If you have 4 nicknames, you are doing it. We then have Charlie Hustle, which is Pete Rose. All-timer, Charlie Hustle, the guy did the stuff. Stan the Man Musial. Stan the Man, dude. This is like classic pro wrestling. I love it. I'm gonna go iconic because Stan the Man, it's not super creative. It's more of like a, come on, he's cool. It's like cool, it's iconic, it's great, but is it one of the best ever? No. Shoeless Joe, he's gonna go up there with Charlie Hustle because Shoeless Joe Jackson, everyone knows about him because you've seen Field of Dreams. You know that one. That's good. Then we have the Say Hey Kid. This is Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid. Willie Mays, man, one of the greatest players of all time. That's all-timer. Say Hey Kid. Next up, we have one of my favorites of all time. This is incredible. I didn't know this was his nickname, Sandy Koufax. Sandy Koufax was called the left arm of God. Yeah, dude, that's sick. That is so sick. If someone goes, hey man, you're the left hand of God, left arm of God, I'd be like, that's nice. That's nice of you to say. Then we have Frank Thomas, guy with the biggest melon you've ever seen, the Big Hurt. I love it. It's catchy as hell. I wouldn't quite put in the iconic. You can yell at me if you want. It's pretty good. I like it. It's kind of like, it's got like the Big Show feel. And you notice that I am equating a lot of these to WWE nicknames. It's because that's what they are. I love walkout songs. I love walk-up songs for hitters. I love atmosphere when people are entering a baseball field or exiting. I just think all that stuff needs to be, we need more of it, and nicknames are part of that. Big Hurt is good. Arguably iconic, but it is what it is. Then we have Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Now, Ernie Banks, one of the greatest Cubs of all time. But I gotta be honest, I'm sorry. I know this is gonna ruffle feathers, but Mr. Cub is the most boring thing I've ever heard. Like, just saying, he's our best player. Like, I know you guys are like, guys, don't disrespect Ernie Banks. I'm not saying anything about Ernie Banks. I'm just saying they could have given him a better nickname. You really want me to put Mr. Cub with the left arm of God? Save it. Also, Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn. I get it. I understand why we're doing it, but it's lazy. This is the team I'm on. It's just lazy. Come on. Let's give him something a little bit better, right? Let's give him a little juice. I want to change this off of odd. We're gonna go with fine. It's just fine. Mr. October, that's fine. That's good. And no, I'm gonna go with iconic simply because it is an example of when he is the best. You do not want to face this guy in October. It strikes fear into the heart of his enemies, and he backed it up in October. He earned that nickname, and it wasn't just like Mr. A's. It was Mr. October. This is your time to shine. Everyone should be afraid of you. Then we have Catfish Hunter. I'll be honest. That's just what I know him by. Don't even know what his real name is. His real name is actually James Augustus Catfish Hunter. His name is James Augustus Hunter. Honestly, if he went by Augustus, I would like that more. But I do like Catfish. It is good. It's fine. It's good. We all remember, but he literally went by it. Kind of like, that's like saying Marcus Mookie Betts. Mookie is the nickname. That would just also be fine.Moving on, Knucksy. This is Phil Niekro, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, knuckleballer of all time. And Knucksy, I like it. That's catchy, and that's a teammate nickname. I love it. But Knucksy, I mean, it is what it tells you. What it is. Then we had Mad Dog, or more commonly known as the Professor. Greg Maddux, Mad Dog Maddux, or the Professor Maddux later in his years. I love that. That's iconic, especially for my generation. That one means a lot to me. Now we have a bunch more, so I'm gonna really quickly run through these because some of these are freaking crazy, and I'm so excited to get to them. All right, real fast. Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig, Iron Horse, iconic. Oh God, what a guy. Lou Gehrig, one of the greatest players of all time. We got Three Finger Brown, and his full name was Mordecai Peter Brown. You call himself Three Finger when you can go by Morty? Come on. That said, that's iconic. That's an iconic name. 100% iconic. We got Ken Griffey Jr., the kid. You know, he made this thing cool. That's a big deal. The kid. He's up there, and he's up there for me for sure. The Mad Hungarian, Al Roboski, the guy who like walks out and had a Fu Manchu, and he would like look out to center field and go, let's go, like they do in Major League. Ricky Vaughn actually stole that from Al Roboski. I love the Mad Hungarian as a name. That's iconic. Like the Mad Hungarian, you kidding me? That's sick. Then we have A-Rod, fine, Alex Rodriguez. We got Big Papi. We're gonna go into iconic there. Big Papi's pretty damn cool. The Big Unit, one of the greatest power pitchers of all time, and I think that represents him being one of the greatest power pitchers of all time. We got Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackmon. It's fine. I like it. Uncle Charlie, the curveball himself, Adam Wainwright. That's pretty catchy. And St. Louis Cardinals will always remember him. He is going to be an all-timer for them. We got The Machine, I'm not the machine. Iconic, dude. Albert Pujols, the machine. Some of those ESPN commercials were absolutely amazing, and I'll remember them. We have Bringer of Rain. Think what you want about Josh Donaldson and what he may or may not have done to or for your team. Bringer of Rain's pretty badass. That's just a badass nickname. I would do anything to be called that. We have the Human Rain Delay. Mike Hargrove for how slow he moved. That is not a nickname you want, though I do like it. I'm going to give him a no because someone's got to go in that category, and that is not a good nickname. You do not want to be known for being so slow to pitch the ball. We have the Penguin, Ron Say. The Penguin is pretty funny, so I'm going to give it a catchy. Kind of mean, probably, but I give it a catchy. And then we have Scrabble. Now, if you don't know who Scrabble is, this is Mark Zipsinski. He was a lefty. He pitched for the Guardians. He pitched from 2005 to 2015. And his last name is spelled Rzepczynski. As you can imagine, Scrabble, if that were a Scrabble word, it would be worth a lot of points. And that's why it's called Scrabble. We're going to rapid fire. So these are legendary ones. Some of these are incredible. The Cobra, Dave Parker. He won the first ever home run derby and also just got inducted in the Hall of Fame posthumously. And he wrote a great poem for his son to read. So go watch that if you had a catchy as hell. The Cobra. The Cobra that's iconic. That is sick. The Cobra is a sick ass name. And I'm imagining him in like a karate outfit to call himself. It's just sick. Then we have the Bullpen Baron. That is Elroy Face, the Bullpen Baron. Catchy as hell. Don't know what it's from. Don't know why he has it, but I like it. We have the Toy Cannon, who is Jimmy Wynn. Dude, another just iconic nickname. We're going to throw that in catchy as well. I don't think he was a very big guy, so I think that's where it came from. Then we have Hammerin' Hank. And as you can imagine, that is Hank Aaron, one of the greatest home run hitters, one of the most prolific players of all time. Hammerin' Hank is an all-time iconic nickname. Here's an interesting one between Lloyd Wainer and Paul Wainer. Both played from 1926 and 27 to the 1940. They went by Little Poison and Big Poison, which I think is sick. I'm pretty sure they are brothers or cousins. I looked it up, couldn't find a lot, but nicknames sick. Now that's a pro wrestling duo that I'm imagining. Tag teaming in, fighting each other. They wear this similar mask. One's blue, one's green. One of them can shoot a snake out of his hands and pull him back. No, wait, is that Mortal Kombat? I think I'm getting off track here. Moving forward, we have the Flying Dutchman was Honus Wagner, iconic. We have the Count, John Monefusco. I think it's because his last name sounds like Monte Cristo, so that's fine, I guess. We got Country, Willie Stargell. Catchy, I like it. Big Country, I totally get it. Willie Stargell, for all intents and purposes, was a big human. That makes a lot of sense. Wizard, or the Wizard of Oz, that's Ozzie Smith, and that is iconic. The Wizard, he was one of the best defensive players, best hands of all time, still unanimously known, freak athlete. Two guys that shared a nickname. And one was called the Rat, or G-Man, and the other one was called the Rat. And that's Gary Gaetti and Kent Herbeck, both teammates on the Minnesota Twins' most recent World Series 1991 team. And both, I believe, still live in Minnesota. Gary Gaetti might have passed away, but catchy. I like them both. The Rat, probably not the best one, but we got Squirrel over on the Mets, so I guess we got there. And then we have Spaceman as Bill Lee. Spaceman Bill Lee. He recently threw a pitch at like 100 years old for the Savannah Bananas. We're gonna give him a catchy. We're gonna go Man of Steel, and you see how Steel is spent. This is Ricky Henderson, and that is iconic. The Man of Steel, S-T-E-A-L. Yes, Ricky. Ricky says yes. We got Mr. Clean, which is Steve Garvey. That's iconic. I love that. Clean. We got The Needle, Johnny Pesky. The Needle, catchy. When a guy's called Pesky, he needles, he's annoying, he's pesky. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Then we got Crime Dog, Fred McGriff. And you know what I'm gonna do? This is all-timer simply because there was a commercial in the 90s for a program that we don't want to talk about for like making your Little League players better, which it turns out that guy was giving the Little Leaguers steroids and that was getting better. But it opened up like this. We had Fred McGriff wearing his hat like this on his head for some reason. He was like, hi, I'm the Crime Dog, 5-time All-Star, Fred McGriff. Like that's how he started it. He's like, and Tom Amansky's It will teach your kids how to be the best, or whatever it said. And that just stuck with me. 5-time All-Star Crime Dog Fred McGriff. And that is all-timer because I saw a commercial a bunch when I was a kid. And then a few last ones here. We got Terrific Tom Seaver. Mets fans, this is for you. That's all-time. One of the greatest pitchers of all time, Tom Seaver. The Straw Man, that is Darryl Strawberry. We're going to give that an iconic because, again, come on. No, I'm going to throw that into catchy. I like it, but it's a play on his last name. We got the Big Cat. Andres Galarraga. Now, if you don't know about Big Cat, go look up that guy's career. It's incredible. He played forever. The Big Cat, I played against a kid when I was growing up. They called him Big Cat. They look very similar. He had lots of home runs. So I love that one. I'm throwing that into iconic. We have the Sandman. That's Mariano Rivera. But I will say, I'll give him an all-time because he is the greater and he came out to enter Sandman. But I'm really tired of giving him so credit for Sandman stuff when he didn't really care about that song. He didn't choose it. They gave it to him. And he's all this association with Metallica and he just doesn't really care about Metallica. I think that's important to be part of this. And also, I think he's more commonly known for Mo, but he is Mariano Rivera. He's the greatest closer of all time, so I got to give it to him. Last few, we got Bij or Killer B. This is Craig Brigio, and that is just that's a fine. We got Boom Boom, Walter Boom Boom Beck. Okay. We got the Mahatma, which is great. I like that a lot. The Mahatma is Branch Rickey. So the Mahatma, I don't really know what it means, so we're going to put it in fine. But the Mahatma is Ricky Branch, if you don't know who Ricky Branch is, he is the guy who brought over Jackie Robinson to the major leagues and also was responsible for the helmet being implemented in major leagues. If you didn't know that, now you know. And I guess that has something to do with the Mahatma. And then we have the Yankee Clipper or Joltin' Joe. This is Joe DiMaggio, and that is an all-time nickname. Then we have the Lip, Duke Snyder. You know why I called him that? Huge dips. I put him somewhere. I think he's in Catchy. Yes, Catchy. I like that. It's good. We got Pudge. That's an iconic one. This is Ivan Rodriguez. And then we got Chairman of the Board or Whitey Ford or Slick or Whitey. Whitey Ford. Chairman of the board, it rhymes, and it is an all-timer. There is another one on here that for some reason did not get picked up, and I don't know where it went, but there's a guy who went by the name the Naugatuck Nugget, and I can't even remember his name, but I do think that is one of the greatest nicknames I've ever heard. So this is the nicknames and them ranked. Let me know what you think. I think they're all right, and I think that you don't know what you're talking about, because I do.